Started with some upper body stuff. So the very first thing we're going to do today is a push-up series with your planks. So starting off either on your knees or on your feet, and modification, you're going to be on your knees. That's where I'm going to begin today. It's a full minute of push-ups, but we're going to try to alternate between doing your regular push-up, hands press away from the floor, and then doing that nice inverted tricep push-up. So to break a push-up down, you're either on your tiptoes or you're on your knees like I am right here. Palms press flat against the floor underneath your collarbone, and then your abs pull in and then press away. So we've got about 25 seconds in. Let's try to change the direction of that push-up now by moving the elbows just a little bit. So spiral the triceps inward, and now the elbows are going to go back behind and then lift up and extend. So just inverting it a little bit more. You'll feel more work in the triceps, more work in the deltoids. Try to avoid your back arching on this. And then let's get ready to switch it back up again, taking it to that classic push-up in 3, in 2, and 1. Back to your regular push-up, elbows out wide, and press against those palms so chest is engaged. In 4 seconds, we're going to hold it. In 3, for a little pulse. In 2, and 1, hold it halfway down, and I guess just pulsing 2 inches down, 2 inches up. So you're squeezing from the inside of those arms. Chest is open. Bring the head up so the head starts to drop down, making sure you're not arching in your back. Last 15 seconds just to get those arms nice and warm and the abs a little bit more engaged. Keep on breathing. Last 10. This is how you guys know I love you, since push-ups are my least favorite thing. Last 5. In 4. In 3, elbows come down. In 2. And 1. Drop it down to your elbows, either staying on your knees to modify or popping up onto those tiptoes for your forearm plank hold. Planks are wonderful, not just to strengthen in the arms and the shoulders, but also your core, your back. Make sure it's not arching. Take a nice inhale, take a nice exhale. Pull the belly button up in it a little bit more. And now palm, palm, elbow, elbow. So as you're lifting, try to be really controlled with this one, avoiding the hips dropping a super amount to the left or the right side. And I know I'm not doing a perfect job of that, but gotta start somewhere, you guys. So just trying not to let the hips completely fall over from side to side. If it starts to feel like it's way too much, drop it back down to your knees, and you can always lift palm, palm, elbow, elbow from here. 15 more seconds. Keep on breathing. Nice and strong through the upper body, through the lower body. If you're just picking one arm, go ahead, change that lead arm right here for your last, not even 10 seconds. Stay with you guys. In 8 seconds. We're done with this one. In 7, we're going to go into an arm reach forward. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it into that modified plank or that regular plank on your toes. Reach the right arm in front, stretch, pull back in. Reach the left arm in front, pull back, stretch in. So you're lengthening out through the arm, then feel the tricep grip to pull you back in. Last 8 seconds of this thing. You're almost there, you guys. Last 7. Last 6, keep breathing. Last 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit up nice and tall. So you guys sit up tall onto those hips. Roll the shoulders out and down. So just lifting up, and then go ahead, take it the other direction. Big breath in, big breath out, rolling out. You can exaggerate it too on this. So let the shoulders pull up and then drop back down. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Let's reach the arms all the way up overhead. Now stretch, lengthen up through your spine. Reach the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling, and now roll the wrists out and around. You're still nice and tall through that posture. Other way, roll the wrists out. And then we're going to pull back on that right arm to stretch out the inside of that shoulder. 2, and 1. So now pull back on that right arm. So the elbow is what I want you guys to clasp in on. So as you're pulling back from that shoulder, try to feel a little bit more of that stretch from the back part where that elbow is, that tricep, and then go ahead, bring the arm down and around, and then just stretch out on that side. Just breathe. And then we'll go ahead and switch other side. Shake it out. Other arm, bring that left arm up and over, and then pull back gently on that shoulder. And then this is where if you do have some hand weights, if you've got 2 water bottles, 2 cans of beans, something that you're able to grab onto for arm weights, do that. Or if you're just using your own strength, you will be flexing with that nice grip, so you can always just use your own muscles. Relax and breathe. Last 3, last 2, And there is your one. Okay, guys. So bring yourself down to a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. So you're going to be on top of your butt with your feet to start off today in that bent position, your knees bent position, feet pressing down. With the hand weights or without those hand weights, we're going to extend both of our arms out in front of us. So sit up tall. Think about pulling the abs in still. You're nice and tall. And the arms are going to extend out in front of you. So once your arms are reaching out and away, try to make sure that you're not pulling up into your neck. You want to keep that lift and then trace little tiny circles. And so just feel that length as you're stretching out through the arms, trying to reach away from the backs of your shoulders. And just going that same direction over and over again. Chin is up off the chest if you can. And you're breathing nice and deep. Think inhale through the nose. Think exhale out through the mouth. In about 15 seconds, we're going to pull the arms back. So you're going to take it into a row. You don't have to incorporate that actual, like you're on a row machine element to it. I just want you guys to think about the arms. So you're going to still try to keep the posture as far as that seated up nice and tall on your sits bones. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now pull both arms back. Stop your elbows at your armpits and then lengthen right in front again. So flex and squeeze as you're pulling back, tighten from the backs of your shoulders. Lengthen and stretch. So really try to grip, pull, and extend all the way out in front. You have less than 15 seconds, and then we're going to lengthen the arms back out in front of us and change that little circle direction. So try to be aware of that pull from the shoulder blades back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That's going to be an 8. So getting ready to extend the arms back out in front of you in 6, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms all the way out, and now trace those circles the opposite direction. Now, if you forgot which way you were going, that's okay. Just pick a direction with your circles and keep doing your best. Try to keep breathing. Chin is up off the chest. Abs are in nice and tight, so if you start to slouch down in your back, just try to lift back up. Last 15 seconds on this direction for the circle. Then we're going to flip the palms under and go into a move that we call servo platter. It's kind of like a reverse, well, not a really reverse, but it's servo platter, pulling under, making sure the palms are up, knuckles are down. That's in 7. In 6, and take your breaks whenever you need to, you guys. In 4, unlike regular class, I can't see you. In 3, 2, 1, so flip the palms under now, and then pull back, squeeze, and then lengthen and stretch. So it's kind of your benefit from having this be on the internet, where you get to take as many breaks as you guys want to. Just try to be conscious of what's going on. You're not feeling this in the neck. You're trying to lengthen out the arms, stretch the bicep, pull back in, squeeze. Feel that reach, trying to stop right at your shoulders, then pull back in, squeeze all the way out. You've got another about 45 seconds to continue on the servo platter stretch, but if you guys want to make it harder, just keep the arms straight the whole time. So you can keep the arms in that lengthened out reach from here to here. And if it feels like it's too much, limit your range of motion. You can just go from here to here, make it smaller, just make it work for you to get the upper body, to get that nice length as you stretch out through the shoulders, out through the arms. In about 25 seconds, we're going to hold the arms, and I want you guys to try to keep that lift right in alignment with your collarbone. So you're not going past your nose, you're staying at that alignment in your chest. So working under from the pectorals, breathe, squeeze the triceps. Hopefully the backs of your arms are feeling this by now. There's 7, in 6, in 5, we're going to hold it in 3, 2, and 1. Hold the arms in front of you, and now from this position, flip the palms in. Open the arms out wide. This is our hug a tree. So you're pulling in. Try to find that rotation slightly more internally as far as the shoulder rotating in. So you're pulling in. Like if there's a tree in front of you and you were actually able to give it a hug, what would that look like? Hug a human. You guys remember that? So pull in and then open. Although this would be a very awkward way to hug a human. But when I get to see you guys in class again, I'll come and hug you like this, and we can all make it real weird. Keep breathing, keep trying to sit up nice and tall. And again, you're aware of how your posture is on your lower body. So you're not rounding down. Again, try to sit up tall. And then 15 more seconds for this thing. We're going to change the placement with what our feet and hips are doing in 10 seconds. So you're going to bring the feet in together. Little crisscross over the heels in 6. Deep inhale, deep exhale in 4, 3, 2, hold the arms here in front of you guys, so keep the arms pressing in, take your feet, switch them, and at any point you guys can also switch the feet if you're like, I don't like that, Katie, don't do that. But pull in, and now I want you to try to apply pressure on the inside. So you're thinking pull and squeeze, And if you need to take a second, take a second. There's only 15 more counts on this one, and then we're going to go into a little lift and a lower with the arms. And it should feel kind of awful, but it's good for us. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys were asking about more arms, so this is for you. In 3, hold the arms in, 2, and 1. So keep the arms here. Now you guys lower the arms down, and then lift the arms right back up in line with your shoulders. So breathe, like imagine you're pushing pressure down, and then lift up, slow, and slow, controlled. And then find that lift back up. There's only 15 more seconds on this one. And then we're going to move on and go into a little bit of work, pressing the arms back behind us. Last 7, last 6, last 5, you're doing awesome. Last 4, even though I can't see you, I know you're doing awesome. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Good, you guys. So take a second. You can shake the arms out again, and we're going to bring the right arm across. Just get a little bit of a stretch from back behind that deltoid, that tricep. Wiggle the fingers, and then go ahead, switch it other side. And then if this doesn't feel good, you guys drop it lower. Just do a little wiggle, fingers, shake it out. And we're going to come down onto our knees next, and then we're going to extend back for sexy back. So when you are ready, again, you can pause this or whatever. Bring yourself down onto your knees. When we do sexy back, we're trying to also keep from going into a tuck under. So I don't want you guys to think cat-cow. I want you to push back. Like imagine you're just holding a little squat. And then we're going to lengthen the arms back. So when you do this one, think backs of the shoulders, those triceps, those deltoids. So arms are going to be in, think about your hands pulling under first. So your start position here, be like this. And then you're going to kick the arms back behind you, squeeze. So the abs are in, think about the core being in nice and tight. And the arms lengthen, extend back. And then try to grip on the way in. A lot of times in class, I'll have students just kind of go from here and then kick back. Try to make it a little bit more exaggerated in the front. So you're getting that benefit to pull in like you're just doing that bicep curl and then squeeze, pull back. And that's a stupid angle to show you from, but you get the gist of it. You're pulling and then squeezing under, lengthening from the backs of those arms, backs of those shoulders. Now also being aware of what's going on with your neck. So if you're just looking down like this, try to lift and look up like a little bit more above, depending on where you are working out from. Like if you're in your living room, and you have your TV, look a little bit like to the top of your TV line. I mean, that's kind of a garbage example because I don't know how tall or how high up your TV is, but just try to avoid dropping down to the chin. There's 2 more counts. Then we're going to flip the arms. 1 more count, and then flip the position with your arms. So now you guys flip it. So all you did was go from this to this. Now it's going to look like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex arm as you pull in front. It's going to feel different on the shoulder, and then you're still getting that tricep, that delt. And if lifted up off of your knees, how I am right now, is too much for you, just come sit back onto your butt. You can do it here. If that's still too much, you guys can sit back onto your tailbone, or if you need to find a chair or like a softer surface, make it work for you guys. Just I want the movement from the arms of our body to be that angle forward and that pull back. There's less than 30 seconds from this direction for sexy back. Then we're going to keep the arms back behind us and go into a little pulse. Try to keep the chin up. I'm not even doing a good job of listening to my own directions. Chest is open, arms lengthen. You've got another 10 right here, and the arms are going to pull back and hold into a little pulse. That's an 8. Try to keep thinking about the abs. The abs are in tight. Last 6. Arms hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold it back. Here's your one. You guys hold it. Now pulse up. So what you're doing right now is lifting. Think backs of the shoulders, triceps, chin is still up. And in 3 seconds, we're going to flip the palms, and I want you to try to clap your hands together. In 2, it should feel awful. Here's your one. You guys hold it. Now flip the palms in, and then attempt to clap in. 10, 9. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. 8, 7. Chest up higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You guys take a second. Stretch the arms out. Take a child's pose. So reach the arms out and away from you. And then we're going to go up for a move that is very lovely. It is called chest opener, and it's going to be nice for posture, nice as far as opening up for your back. So again, take as long as you need. Obviously hit pause or whatever if you need to for a longer child's pose. So just to go into that next move, if you are still going with me, bring the hands into your sides. This move does not look like much, you guys. It's a pull back from the shoulders. So as you're thinking about this one, think about the backs of your shoulder blades connecting together. Your abs are in tight, so you're up tall, and then you're literally just doing squeezing shoulder blades and then drawing back in again. So you're thinking about the collarbone opening, the backs of your shoulder blades coming together, and those arms Stop right at your hips. Then pull back, and then right back in again. And as you're doing this one, just think about your breath. Open, and then close. Get a couple more in. Open, and then close. Last 8. So I guess that's not a couple. Last 6. Whatever. Last 5. Last 4. 3. 2. And there's your 1. Good, you guys. Bring yourself back down onto your tailbone so you're now seated again. Lengthen out your legs all the way in front of you. Take a forward fold stretch on this. So as you're seated here, sit up nice and tall. Shake out the arms a little bit. Shake out the wrists. Take a nice inhale. Reach up overhead. Dive forward. So reach up and over, round through your spine. And then try to grab onto those tip toes. As far as the weights or whatever props you're using, you guys are done with them for today. But I'm going to have us flip over and do one more plank. So if you need to bow out, I get it. To finish out your upper body focus for today, let's go ahead, pull the toes back for a second, take a quick little stretch on the heels, pulling the toes back, and then relax, take it in that little forward stretch. And then let's finish out your last minute of things that I had wanted for this little small class, hi Medj, is your hand plank hold. And if you have wrist injuries, you guys just go to your elbows. But in 5 seconds, we're going to be down onto the hands in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lengthen out right leg, lengthen out left leg, hold that hand plank. Once you guys are into this hand plank hold, try to again be aware of what your back is doing. So if you feel like you're arching right now, lift the hips up, abs are pulled in tight, and then we're going to take it for a little tap of the elbow with that opposite hand. So think core is strong, right hand, lift it, tap the elbow, drop it back down. Left hand, lift it, tap the elbow. So you're still trying to pull your abs up and in, but a little tap. Hi Medj. You're almost done, you guys. Medj is very concerned for you. If this is way too much, you can go to your knees and you can do that elbow tap here. And for my advanced students, if you're feeling this is really good, tap the top of your shoulder. So you can do that lift up, tap shoulder. Just trying to avoid what I'm doing, which is falling over to the sides. Breathe and tap 15 seconds, and then you are in a child's pose. And whatever day you happen to be seeing this, I hope you have a good day and you are safe and healthy and all that jazz. Last 8, last 7. Child's pose is in 6. Keep breathing in 5, 4. You're doing awesome, you guys. 3, last 2, and last 1. Hinge back onto those hips. Reach the arms out and away. Open up your knees and child's pose in that nicer stretch. Lengthen out the arms. Take a good breath in. Hi, Medj. Take a good breath out. And then needle under. Bring one of your arms underneath your mat, and then you can stretch forward more. It's going to look so awkward on here, but just try to reach under from that head. And then when you're ready, you guys can switch to the other side. Needle that arm under, and then reach. And feel free to hold those ones longer, but just to give you a nice idea of the good stretchy stuff. And then after that, you guys, you are all done. Thank you for tuning in, joining today on your arms, just a little bit, just a quickie one for you. Medj says thanks for coming. Medj, you want to say hi? He's out. Okay, Medj is done.